law in Kenya made a headline a few weeks ago because of this guy called Brian MWENDA, where the story was he's won 26 cases. How true is that?
It's not true.
Yeah.
He's been doing that his masquerade for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
There's no case that has been started and concluded within the 2 years, last year and this year.
Okay.
There's no case that someone can say we started it last year and we'll conclude it this year. It's not possible.
Okay.
Cases that were being concluded this year are cases which were filed minimum. We're in 2023, minimum 2021, if you're lucky. But it's not possible to file and conclude a case within 2 years, and most of 26 cases.
Yeah.
Unless he had his own special magistrate or judge who was hearing this particular case. So it's not true. In fact, I've seen some documents circulating online, purportedly from his law firm, where he was filing an appeal. And that document is an embarrassment to anybody who's appearing before a judicial officer. In terms of the manner in which it is framed and the prayers that are being asked. That could not have come from a lawyer. And even the fact that he was appealing tells you whatever, they had lost that case in the lower court.
And how was he discovered?
I think there was a whistleblower that told the Nairobi Law Society, branch of the Law Society of Kenya, about him. And they had been very vocal in legal law society circles. And this is the political season also in the law society. And Brian had been a very loud campaigner or participant in the LSK elections processes. So, when you live in a glass house, you should not throw stones, they say. So he was throwing too many stones all over us. I think somebody leaked it to the Nairobi branch of the Law Society that this man who is making so much noise is actually he's not an advocate and he has stolen someone's identity. And then surprisingly at the same time, the main Brian, the real Brian, owner of the identity, was also trying to activate his status because he has been an in-house lawyer working at the Attorney General's chambers. So he wanted to activate, and the state councils are exempted from taking out PCs every year. So he was trying to come back, and then he finds that he cannot get his credentials. There's somebody using his P105 number, his identity, minus the face. Brian had only put his face there. And
added a beard.
Yes. So that is when this thing came out, and we'll see how it plays out. But it's quite unfortunate that woe unto the unsuspecting public. Because unfortunately, the person who these things hurt is not even the law society, it's more the unsuspecting public. Somebody who has a genuine grievance and is in dire need of legal services. Then you end up in the hands of a masquerade or a quack who will proceed to mishandle your case. The consequence, when a lawyer, they always say, some friend of mine normally tells me, Willis, you're a reptile. You lawyers, you are reptiles. Win or lose. You pay me my fees. So the person who suffers when you have poor legal representation is not the lawyer.
It's the client.
It's the client. So the client is forced to pay, and maybe has lost a genuine case because of poor drafting or poor handling by a masquerade or a quack. So you've lost twice. You've paid him, and you've also lost a case because of not being given an opportunity to properly ventilate your legal issue.
So talking of fake lawyers and quack lawyers, I remember there's this time in 2019 when Nelson Harvey tweeted, Ahmed Nasir's lame lamentations must be understood from his faulty background as an advocate. He obtained admission to the bar fraudulently by forging the signature of his alleged pupil master on his certificate of completion of pupillage. He's a quack from the word go. So, what does this mean? What's the difference now between Ahmed Nasir and Brian MWENDA?